was really tested.
sorry.
Caleb becomes the first #1 quarterback to win his debut in 20 years by throwing for, checking notes, 93 yards. While completing 48% of his throws, as Belichick predicted. Actually worse than Belichick predicted.
You're going to be careful on this.
Here's Caleb postgame.
Don't care about stats. I feel great. I'll be honest with you. I feel great. I understand that obviously the stats were, where I wanted them to be, and things like that. There and perform and to the best of my ability, and didn't do that today. We're gonna enjoy this win. I'm gonna go dinner with my family, hang out with them, and then from there get back into it and get ready to go. We're gonna be better next week.
Yeah. Okay. Fewest passing yards on 29 or more attempts in the last 10 years. Burrow, Darnold, Zappy, and there's Caleb.
Yeah.
Nick, are you worried here?
No, worried about Caleb, no. Worried about the Bears, I feel better about the Bears. We've never had a rookie quarterback make the Super Bowl. We've had 3 second-year quarterbacks recently win a Super Bowl. Russ, Big Ben, Tom Brady. What did they all have in common? Kick-ass, awesome defenses. Looks like the Bears have that. As far as Caleb goes, I'm old enough to remember Wilds not only ever caring about quarterback wins, but also showing me this graphic, which basically said Caleb had no chance to win the game. #1 overall picks in their first start ever since the last 20 years, never win. The Bears did.
Yeah, he did it.
I also know that Caleb, the reason he's not worried about stats, is because the guy's a student of the game.
Well,
I don't know. We can show you a couple quarterbacks I know you guys love. One was a #1 overall pick. One might be Brew's current MVP. I don't know. That might be a little hard for the audience to see. One guy was 1 for 8 with 14 yards and a pick. Another guy 6-15, 74 yards.
14 yards.
And a pick. Well, you're about to see it. #1 overall pick, 2-time MVP, 5-time Super Bowl participant John Elway, and the other one, Brew's current MVP, I would imagine, Josh Allen.
This is currently the worst graphic I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I'm sorry. NFL debuts. NFL debuts for quarterbacks.
Can I show you something?
Yeah, go ahead. Because Wild said he was going to checkmate me, so I want to see it. Sorry to Greg and Brew, but let's have a
he did well.
Let's have a stat off.
He did great. Here's my full screen, and Greg, you can be the judge. Throwing to the Bears yesterday. Will Levis, 2 completions, 52 yards, a touchdown. Caleb, 14 completions, 93 yards, 0 touchdowns. So strong performance from both quarterbacks.
Nobody said. Who said Caleb played well? You asked, am I worried? I'm not worried because you told me.
At what level is? I'll go to Greg. Greg, at what point would you be worried about Caleb? Is it just a debut? He could do no wrong?
No, I'm not worried.
He lost him again. He threw picks.
He tried his best.
Turned the ball over.
He did nothing.
I don't think if you watch this game, I don't think the Bears truly offensively did enough to set him up for a great success. In my opinion, what they did was they rolled out a quarterback that they wanted to show up. He's very talented. He has one of the best arms we're going to see all season long. And they forgot that they were second in the league in rushing last year. They were second in the league in rushing attempts last year. Like, you can't forget who you are offensively just because you got a transcendent talent.
Yeah, coaching alert.
He missed some throws, though.
He definitely missed some.
He didn't. No, he played
Every quarterback is going to miss some throws. We're making it seem like he was going to come out here and just be Patrick Mahomes as is today, and his first time under center in his year 2
This is
rookie
good
season.
for Caleb because it lowers expectations. They got way out of control. It lowers expectations. And I don't know that I'm not saying he had a big head, but it humbles him. It makes you go back into the lab. The way he played in the preseason, he's probably thinking, oh, it's about to be on. This feels like USC. And now he's like, oh, I'm with the big boys now. I have a lot of work to do.
And they get the win anyway. And I just want to get something on the record. Wild's victory lapping Belichick's Caleb take smells a lot like the victory lapping of Tarazi's Caitlin Clark take.
No, Belichick said he completed 50% of his passes, and you claim Belichick doesn't know how to look at QBs because he drafted Mac Jones and a bunch of other guys.
And the 11 guys before.
Weren't Tom Brady, sure. And he came out and threw for less than 50%.
Yes, and I think that Belichick's opinion on Caleb at the end of the year is going to age poorly. I don't think Belichick's commentary was just about, I don't think the question was, what do you think he's going to look like in the first game of his career? It was more of a holistic thing.
No, I don't think
Here's where I wouldn't compare Caitlin and Caleb, though. Caitlin, as you pointed out, she had a lot of the deck stacked against her, playing more often than
Caleb
she should have
doesn't.
been. No rest.
That's correct.
Caleb's got everything stacked in his favor.
Yeah, and he gets to play C.J. Stroud next week, and we'll see how he does.
You going to take that bet?
We'll see how he does. We're not there yet.
Went into Cincinnati, made ourselves a Skyline chili sandwich.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know. It's more.
You don't like chili dogs?
No, just keep.
I made a
Go
sandwich.
ahead, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Sandwich.
I don't know. We grabbed 2 fumbles, stymied Joe Burrow, who threw for 164 yards, and is not healthy, everybody. I told you that. Here's Jamar, who had 6 targets.
I feel like we always start like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially the first game of the year. I feel like we should do better by now.
How do you fix that?
Turnover battle today, especially.
But even being flat, though, I feel like y'all, it seems like y'all talked about it for months, only to come out that same way again, same way y'all, we've seen it for some years. Why do you think y'all haven't put your finger on it to fix that issue?
I don't know, man. Exact, bro.
I mean, I have some ideas.
Okay.
You didn't practice all offseason, and your quarterback's hurt.
He's hold on. What evidence whatsoever do we have that Joe Burrow's hurt? I'm just curious.
Okay, can I flip it on you? What evidence do we have that Joe Burrow is healthy?
Everything he has said, everything the team has said.
Oh my goodness!
His
Well, if he
training
said it.
camp
Well, he told me
schedule.
his calf was healthy last year.
No,
he
hold
said
on.
his calf.
But
he
we
was
knew
good.
his
Wait,
calf
Wait,
was
wait a
in-
moment.
His wrist is not 100%.
Says who?
Says me.
Okay, see, so I think
He's
that
had
is.
bad
Listen,
games
I
before.
don't.
He was grabbing his wrist, moving. He's like, okay, is there any other quarterback playing basketball before the game to loosen up his wrist?
So
He's taking wrist precautions that we don't normally see. In the broadcast, he's doing his wrist a little bit. Look, I'm on
Well, hold on.
hobble
Can I
watch.
ask you
I'm on a
question
little
about
bit of
that?
wristwatch.
Wait, can I ask you a question
There
about
you
that?
go.
Do you think Dak's ankle is still hurt?
No.
Okay, he's taking precautions other guys aren't. He's wearing a walking boot when he goes deep sea fishing.
You don't tell me that. I'm on hobble watch.
I know. So I think there is a
Front page
difference between maintenance from. So I don't want to
Right,
get
maintenance
sidetracked.
from an
Maintenance
old
because of an injury.
Okay, can we go back to the graphic? I'm sorry, we got kind of sidetracked.
Yeah.
The graphic that we just showed, the issue with his calf was he couldn't throw the ball down the field. Yeah. Under 10 yards yesterday, he was 18 for 23. 10 or more air yards, he's 3 for 6. It's the 4th fewest attempts.
So
attempts
can I
of
say
all
I don't
quarterbacks.
think that's an injury thing, Wilds.
Okay.
I think that's a no T Higgins out there thing.
Oh, how many? You got Jamar Chase.
I know. Hold on, buddy. I don't know why you're getting mad at me. Let me explain
I'm just saying
what
you
I'm
need
thinking.
two number ones
No,
to throw the ball down the field much as Gardner Minshew.
Wait, so I think that might be a problem for the Bengals.
Yeah.
I think that. So I don't think there's anybody outside of Cincinnati that has been over the last few years a bigger Joe Burrow advocate than me. You know, I fought about the Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. This offseason, I fought about Lamar versus Joe Burrow. I am not a Joe Burrow hater by any measure. And I think saying, oh, he's hurt, lets him off the hook and lets the Bengals off the hook.
Okay.
This is supposed to be the biggest layup on your schedule. Now, maybe the Patriots will go surprise all of us.
There's a little bit of that.
Should give Gerard Mayo some credit.
Yes,
for
sure.
that defense.
Oh, that's coming up.
And we'll see what they turn into. But even if the Patriots are better than we expect, it's still a rookie head coach, a journeyman quarterback in week 1 in your building.
Yes.
And for you to step on this early season rake again, which is one of the reasons you haven't been able to get over the hump, is your home playoff games end in the wild card round every year when you make it. And we can show you what the Bengals are in Joe's career the first 2 weeks versus the rest of the year. First 2 weeks, they're awful and he's awful. And I love Burrow, but that's undeniable. And Wilds, yards per, he hadn't been hurt every year to start the season.
No, but he's hurt. So rookie year, you're a rookie.
No.
And,
Okay, yeah,
right,
go
rookie
ahead.
year, you're a rookie, and you're a
Yeah.
rookie. So that's that. Last year, he's hurt. And this year, he doesn't. I'll say this. I'll retract, take annulment. I will retract the fact that he's hurt. To my eye test and the statistic, or just watching that game, he does not look like scary Joe Burrow. Remember when you do your take, like, I'm not scared? We're winning. I'm like, oh, they can't move the ball at all. Maybe the defense and Christian Gonzalez is just so good, but he does not look like old school Joe Burrow.
So, if I may just quick before I go to you, Brew, The other issue to me that I'm not ready, it's not ready to panic in Cincinnati for me, someone that has them in the AFC Championship game. But I cannot overstate the importance of this year because I think we all know this is the last year with Higgins and Chase together, not with either of them, with them together. We don't have a real reason to believe this franchise is going to operate at the cutting edge.